say we're there yet? No, it's like the thing is moving. Can you hear my dog barking? I hope not. Okay.
Little bit.
Yeah, right. Hopefully so. Okay, we're live. Okay, cool. All right, guys, welcome. I haven't been live in a while, lots of reasons, but I'm so happy to be here today in September. I don't even know what date it is. It's the 20. Oh no, October. We're October 1st. That's how busy I've been lately. So I'm super duper excited to celebrate Urs Brunner. He's my rock star of the week, and we are here to celebrate his journey to Ironman Augusta 70.3. So Urs, welcome.
Thanks.
Introduce yourself to the community. Everybody in the tribe, of course, knows you, but go ahead and tell us who you are, what you do for a living, and your support team, of course, and then also where you live, because it's not local in Miami, right?
No, I live in Fort Myers, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. So I'm a remote athlete, and but it's all good. I mean, it worked out perfectly for me. Well, I'm originally from Switzerland, but we moved to the United States in 2007, initially to Miami and now Fort Myers. And yeah, what do I do? Well, I retired about a year ago, and since then I'm acting as an executive coach and consultant, and I also do a bunch of volunteering and quite a bit of time dedicated to training for the IM. So, right. Yes, my support team. Well, maybe we get into this maybe a little bit later, but boy, the support team is so important for the journey to such a long race.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely get into more of the details, but let's talk about what did you do before you came to Full Circle Coaching? Because you've been a triathlete for a while.
Yes, I've been in and out of triathlon I was trying to look back at how long I've been doing this, and I think it's probably close to 20 years when I did my first one. I remember very well. I was on a heavy mountain bike, and it was just not a good experience at that time. But I've been doing it in and out, and I've always done sports, but ultimately I decided I needed something a bit more structured, and I just wanted to get faster, stronger, and I also wanted to go longer. Right. So that's when I met you a few years ago. You didn't know it then, but I saw you present at the Miami Man, the pre-race clinic, and that really got me hooked. And so I became a member.
Awesome. Yeah. So we worked together a little bit while you were in Miami, like that was a couple years ago. And then you moved and you decided it wasn't working long distance, right?
Right.
But then COVID hit, and I actually really upped my game as far as being able to cater to athletes that were not local, because even my local athletes I couldn't see. Right. So I started implementing things into my system, and I created my triathlon transformation program, which is essentially what you did over the last 6 months, because we up-leveled you from the sprint and Olympic distance triathlon to accomplish the goal, which was the big goal of Ironman Augusta 70.3, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember calling you early this year, forget when it was, maybe February timeframe roughly. And I said, I'm thinking of doing this for my 60th birthday, which was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And can I get ready in that time frame? And you said, absolutely. And I just trusted you.
Yay. Well, we of course love that, but yeah, so I'm 100% confident. I knew you as an athlete a little bit, so I knew what was needed, but we also had a setback right from the get-go. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, this happened late last year, and then early into this year, I started to have an Achilles inflammation on the right side. Yeah. And probably in hindsight, it happened because I started with running on a new running shoe at the time, so in December timeframe, and I hurt myself. And it was a bummer, but in a way, I said to myself, I'm lucky. I mean, I still have 6 months to my race. So I asked myself, and I know you and I talked, what do I need to do to get over it? And ended up going to physiotherapy, exercises you recommended, heel drop and the likes, and I changed to a better shoe, to a better running shoe for me.
Yeah. So, these are things that pop up, if you're a triathlete for more than a year, you're not going to have this perfect trajectory to your race day. It's pretty common to have some setbacks along the way, and it's just part of the journey, but it's all how you respond to those setbacks, right? And it's totally manageable. Like, we modified your training so that you weren't running as much, but you were cycling a little bit more. We upped your swim by using video analysis. We got your swim really dialed in. I mean, I think it's the fastest you've been, right?
Ever,
yeah,
yes.
Ever, right? And that was all remote. Like, we never met, right?
Yeah,
to do the improvements. But because of you would send me the swim video and we would analyze it together over the Zoom, I was able to pinpoint exactly what was going on and why you weren't really moving as much as you could be given the time that you were swimming and training. And then let's talk about the bike, because up leveling a bike from, like you said, a mountain bike.
Yeah.
I know you were riding a road bike for a long time since then, but you up leveled to a really nice tri-bike.
Yes, and of course, being from Switzerland, there was only one real good bike in the world,
exactly.
and that's the BMC.
Of course, that's my bike. I love my BMC.
Yeah, I follow my coach in whatever.
I love it.
And I was able to find a time machine, a BMC that fit me, and then went for a bike fit with, obviously, to get it all tuned in, and we had to change some components on the bike. This was a few months ago, and then and took me a little transition time to get from the road bike, comfortable on the aero bike.
Yes.
But boy, what a difference it made. I bike faster with a lower heart rate and a higher cadence.
Awesome. And that's exactly what we want. I apologize. My dog is going crazy. So I don't know if you guys could hear that, but hopefully not too loud. But yeah, so the bike, having a new bike or a triathlon specific bike is a complete game changer as far as you being able to be more efficient, especially in a longer distance race. So that's definitely something we were actually looking for a long time. You were hoping to get my old BMC because I actually got a new one, but I love my old BMC. I can't let go of it. So I have a brand new one and I still have my old one. But BMC for me is like my favorite brand. And so I'm really happy that you were able to find one. And that's really something important for people to listen to, because people think that you need to have a brand new out of the box bike. And it's just not the case. So many people are upgrading all the time and they're getting rid of their older bikes, but they're in great condition. And you happen to find one that you were searching
all the time. Yes.
So you found the right size, and then I think you up-leveled your wheels too, right?
No, it actually came. I up-leveled my wheels on the road bike.
But that's what it was.
The BMC actually came with 60mm rims, so it had already aero wheels, and I just had to change the stem and make adjustments to fit.
Yeah. So and that's where the bike fit comes in. The bike fit is essential. If you're on a tri-bike and you cannot hold the aero position for more than 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes, that it has to do with your bike fit. And I have a couple of other athletes that are getting ready for Ironman Florida, and they're like, oh, how long should I be in my aero bars? And I'm like, all the time. So the idea is to get strong enough and get your body and your neck and your shoulders and your upper body strong enough to be able to handle that forward aero position. But the bike fit is definitely a key to success, because if you're in an improper fit, you're never going to get comfortable down there. And I do remember you saying, wow, my shoulders are kind of sore after riding in that position, because you've been on your road bike for a long time, right?
Yes, but you also remember me saying, like 2 months after that, I feel so much more comfortable on the aero bike than the road bike now, because it is more relaxing to be in the aero position, frankly.
Exactly. So yeah. And honestly, I always go back and forth between road bike and tri-bike. And sometimes I say the same thing. I'm like, oh, I've been running my road bike more. So I'm like, oh, I love my road bike more. And then when I go back to my tri-bike, after a couple of weeks, I'm like, oh, I love my tri-bike more. So it's whatever bike you're going to ride, usually you fall in love with it, right?
That's right.
Okay, cool. So the journey we were progressing well. You were on every single coach call almost. We did the remote video analysis and we were just updating your testing, right? You kept improving every single test phase, like every 6 to 8 weeks we retest and your numbers were improving, right? So your confidence was 100% there, would you say?
Yes, and the motivation. I was reflecting on that a little bit because when you hit your goals, your training goals, whatever they might be, or when we did the test, and I actually looked at my watch at the end of the 400 or the 800 and I say, wow, another 20 seconds down or something. That is super motivating, and all these little things get you going.
Yes, exactly. And so that helps make the journey and breaks the journey down into pieces and chunks and lets you realize that all the training you're doing, all the time you're putting in, everything you've invested, when you hit those milestones and you see those seconds coming off and your speed is higher and your heart rate's lower and you're analyzing, right? And you're seeing the data, you're like, oh my gosh, this is totally working. And exactly what you just said, it's motivating and it's inspirational for you to keep going on the journey, even if you have a setback, right?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, of course, is the tribe. I mean, your whole group, everybody. I mean, there are other people that have done Ironman distances throughout the year, and I see them posting and I read it and I say, oh my God, this is going to be me in September, right? And how cool is that? And I mean, the tribe pushes you, motivates you.
I have to say, of course, I'm biased, but I think the Full Circle Coaching Tribe we have a WhatsApp group and I cried yesterday about the support that everybody was giving to everybody with all the setbacks that everybody has the setbacks, right? It's never like a straight line, like I just mentioned, and just having other people to reach out to or talk about maybe something that's going on. They've all been through it, right? We're 70 plus strong, which I'm super proud of. And it's like an amazing tribe, like you said. I love them. I love every single one of you. So thank you so much for saying that. Yeah. And then so let's get into the meat and potatoes of the actual race, because there's definitely some challenges, right? So you got there, and the good news was the weather. The weather was freaking insanely awesome.
Right, and I have to admit, I was a little scared because everybody, you included, said, "Oh, it's going to be very hot," and my God, the temperature was fantastic. It was around 58 or 59 at the time of start. The water temperature was 71. And by the time I was running, probably was 82 and fairly low humidity.
Right. That's unheard of at this race. I mean, I can tell you, I've been there several times. I've had athletes race there every single year. And the fact that we were coming into a cold front over the weekend, I was so happy for all the team, because there was, how many people were there with you? I think we had like 7 people racing.
You had like 7 people racing, and then that's right. And of course, my whole family was there too.
Yes, that's awesome. But that's what makes it so great when you're out there and you see everybody on the race course inspiring you and helping you keep going, keep the motivation going, right?
Right.
So super happy about the weather, and that didn't mean that you weren't going to have the heat, just because you are going to be running in the middle of the day. So I'm happy that you did do that heat training, because we did plan for that. So you were more mentally prepared. So let's just get into the meat and potatoes of the actual event itself. So you woke up in the morning and you were feeling good, and then take us to race day.
Yes, amazingly, I was thinking I wouldn't sleep well the night before the race, but I actually did.
That's awesome.
The night before that, I didn't sleep well, but the night after, ironically, I slept well. That's awesome. We woke up at about 4:45, something like that. We were not too far away from the transition zone, so I got to the transition zone about 5:45.
Wow, that's
it closes at 6:30.
So you had plenty of time.
I had plenty, and the bike was already there.
Right,
you had to check in the bike before. So I checked all this in. Took the shuttle to the start of the swim, and it ended up being wetsuit legal. So I put on wetsuit, and also, and one of the things I learned in my training is that my wetsuit would rub me a little bit on my neck after some time. So I took Vaseline with me, and I just put all that on, and I had to decide which corral I would go in, because they do the corrals by time, by swim time. So I picked a swim group that was a little faster than I originally had planned on swimming.
Okay.
was a good thing.
Yes, definitely. I always recommend that just because most people see themselves too slow. Usually on race day, you're going to go a little bit faster anyway.
Mhm.
And you don't want to be in that very last group because usually you actually do swim through a lot of people. And as one of my athletes, I would never let you show up to a race not being a strong swimmer. So
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely wasn't.
yeah, so tell us what happened, because there was like kind of a big emergency that happened and it did affect your race in some way. Of course, we're wishing everybody well, but go ahead and say what happened.
Yeah, right. Well, okay. So first of all, I warmed up before the swim, like you and I talked, in order to just be ready when I jump in the water. So I did warm up. I took another gel about 20 minutes before I thought I would start more or less.
Right.
And then I was moving my way towards the start line, and I was actually very close to the start area, the pontoon, when the race got interrupted.
Yeah.
No more swimmers in the water. And we didn't know what happened, and there was not really any information. All they said was that they had some security personnel that needed to be organized, something like that. And we just didn't know. But it ended up being an entire hour. An hour. Yeah. So by the time that I actually got to start, my warm up had sort of washed out again, and you can't do jumping jacks when you're surrounded by thousands of people.
No, that doesn't work.
So I got to the start, and they start 3 people every 5 seconds, which was good. And I jumped in the water, and actually, maybe, I don't know, maybe the excitement or something, but I started to hyperventilate a little bit.
Yeah. I heard that the water was really cold, and one of my other athletes also did the same thing. And the fact that you had been sitting still for the whole hour, I think is definitely part of the reason you might have hyperventilated, but also the cold water. I mean, even in the wetsuit, it still could take your breath away,
Yeah, plus I have a short sleeve or a no sleeve wetsuit. And so maybe I got some water in the back, and, it happened. But I remember us talking about this from previous races. So all I just did was I remembered what we talked about, and which is, I just get strong, long and strong, and blow bubbles and
relax.
And maybe it didn't last very long, maybe less than 5 minutes.
That's awesome. And most people would stop, right? They would stop and maybe not even keep swimming forward, but the key is to keep swimming, but at a relaxed pace, right? Not so intense, right? Until you get your rhythm, until you get your breathing. So way to go. I love it.
I was very proud of myself on that one. I didn't stop, not a single breaststroke the whole swim. Sighting was a bit of an issue because you look like straight into the sunshine. Yes. I mean, that is, and I know you told me about that.
I did tell you.
But it's easy because I tend to breathe on my right side when I breathe every single stroke. I can go both sides, but I prefer right. So I just swam along the shoreline, basically. And I have to tell you, I was a little bit surprised when I hit the red buoy, the last red turn. Yay. And I thought to myself, wow, I'm already here.
That's right.
And I got out of the water, I don't know, about 10 minutes faster than I had actually planned.
Yeah, so there is always a current. Well, not always. Actually, I know like 2 years ago, they didn't let the dam out or whatever, so the current wasn't there. But I was excited that you guys had the current. But I have to tell you, I have a picture of you coming out of the water, and you look so chill. And you are in the best shape. Like, I haven't seen you, you know what I mean? So all of your race pictures, I was like, wow, Urs, you are looking fit, man. You are like in the best shape I've ever seen you. So, I was I really love seeing that picture of you coming out in the water, because you look so calm, so confident, just ready to take on the rest of the day, right?
Yeah, and I really, throughout the entire race, I have to tell you, that's kind of was my mood. Now, obviously, I get tired later on, and no doubt about it. But I never really thought about the end. I just thought about, the next turn on the bike or something. I drove the bike course the day before, so I knew what was coming. And I just said, okay, I need to go to that next 10 mile, and so one after the other. And at the end, after whatever, 6.5 hours or so, 6:50, I was done.
Yay. So yeah, be here now, be in the present moment. That's really all you have, right? So by staying in the present moment, you're able to get the job done, and you have the fitness, you have the confidence. So way to go, just implementing that simple mantra, throughout the race course. And you don't live in a hilly place, right?
No,
So,
it's flat here.
yeah, so we knew we were doing lots of intervals and lots of strength training, but there's nothing that makes up for riding in hills when you don't live in an area that has hills. So way to go on, not blowing up on and pushing hard on the hills, but actually taking them as they come and really saving some energy for the run, right?
Yeah, I went twice for a weekend to Claremont for biking. The first time by myself, the second time with a couple others from the club.
Yes.
That was really nice. And also just a day or two before Augusta, one of my team members, one of your athletes, was talking about he had so much fun on the bike course in Augusta, and that stuck in my head. I don't really, and I said to myself, okay, I have to be careful not to have too much fun on the bike course.
Right.
Okay, it was uphill, no doubt, but it was also downhill, and the countryside was beautiful. and it was really a fun bike course, and so I had to pace myself a little bit.
Yeah, that was smart. And I'm happy you were having fun, because what's the point? If we're not having fun out there, what is the point, right? So that's awesome. Okay, so you got into the run, and it was a little later than we had anticipated just because of the delay of the swim, right? And so that affects things, and it can be a little bit of a harder race just because you're out more in the heat, right? And I didn't know what's going on, and I'm tracking everybody, and I'm like, it was you and Jesse, I think, that were out there a lot later because you were behind that accident. Or the delay. So you definitely had a little bit more challenging, but like I said, we trained in the heat. So walk us through the run and maybe mention a few things that helped you finally get through it.
Yeah, well, like I said, I started to run about an hour later, I guess, than I had planned. And of course, I did not know what the reason was for all of this until at the end of the race.
Right.
Thank God I didn't know. So I got into the run, and the legs were heavy. I have to admit, I ran the first mile maybe a little bit too fast, and then I kind of blew up a little bit. And I slowed down a little bit. And they had a water station about every mile, and luckily they also had ice.
Yes.
And so I took my hat with me, but I didn't really use the hat. I used the hat as a container for the ice.
Perfect. Basically. Love that.
So I filled up the hat with ice, and put it on my neck and on my wrists, and kind of like all over. And when the ice melted, then I put the cold hat on my head.
Oh, that's good. I like that strategy.
That worked really well. And I would say maybe 3-4 miles, maybe 5, kind of struggled a bit. And then I caught the second wind. And when I analyzed my data, when I got home, actually it looked like my heart rate dropped for the second half of the race compared to the first half of the race. It was really interesting. And in the beginning, I was in zone 4, and towards the end, I was actually in zone 3.
Okay, good. Do you think it had to do nutrition? Did you get more nutrition in? Were you more relaxed?
More hydration.
More hydration. Okay, yeah.
So I think in hindsight, maybe I didn't hydrate enough on the bike.
Okay, good.
That is maybe what I'm concluding, and that's what got me a little into difficulty at the beginning of the run. And then I took always like 2 cups of water to drink. One more for the head. Yes. and ice. And awesome. Well, and the Augusta run is, up and down through town. So you see your support team multiple times. Yes. Oh, man. And everybody supports everybody. Yes. And I also ran into another support member from our team, Andres, and that gave me a smile, and and those are the little things you hold on to. Yes. And the last thing I want to say is my entire visualization of this race was actually not the race. It was the finish shoot, the red carpet. Yay! And I love that. Pictured that and said, how do I want to look on the red carpet? I love it. That was it. And so I had enough energy to smile at the end.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we have some great pictures of you throughout that race. And we actually have that picture of Andreas when you guys bumped into each other and he was everybody's support crew. So that was awesome because you look like you were just having the best time. And that's how you want to feel during the race. You don't want to be suffering, right?
No.
And I just want to say, I'm so proud of you. So about the cap thing, when I saw your picture, you know how I'm like anti-cap.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, we talked about it. So he must have done something about that cap because I'm a big fan of visors, right? And when you get hot, you want the heat to come out of your head. So I love the explanation. And then now I'm actually going to encourage, I mean, I've always said if you can have ice in the cap, but I love the cold hat on your head. Yeah. That's an awesome strategy to really help cool your body temperature down. I love that.
Yeah, it really helped me. I have to say, and there was ice pretty much every mile. So
that's awesome.
So that was really good.
Okay, cool. I was just seeing if anybody. Well, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to post them in the chat below here, and Urs and I can go in and respond to any of the questions. But I just want to say how proud I am of you because we have been working together for a while, and this was the ultimate dream way back, to go longer, and we finally did it, and it was a great birthday present for your 60th birthday.
Yeah. No, crazy, right?
Yeah, and we're actually going to be posting your Rockstar. I do Rockstar blogs for all of my Rockstar athletes. So we're going to be posting that this afternoon. So if you want to read a little bit more detail, but in that post, which I didn't know, you said it's that you're faster than you were at 40. I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. So we do the mile test every 6 months or 6 weeks, or yeah. 6 weeks or so. And my mile run is faster than I ever remember. And also my half marathon distance, if I just do the half marathon, not right. I can swim.
You PR'd big, yeah. You PR'd big this year.
And I remember that day I gave you my race plan for the day, and you said, no, you can do better, and I ended up doing better than that. And
yeah, and I was so happy for you. What was the time? What was the time of your 13.1?
2:02.
2:02. That's right. Yeah,
so
and you came to me with like a 2:30, and I'm like, no way. There's no way you're going that slow. Right?
Yeah,
no way.
2:02 was really proud. And now I've signed up for a full marathon, the Disney Marathon, which will be my focus now for the next few weeks.
Okay, cool. I have 2 other athletes doing that race. So yeah, that'll be good. And then, I know you didn't start with triathlon transformation, but that is kind of what you ended up in the program. But I always want to ask my athletes, like, what would you say would be your biggest transformation on this journey in triathlon?
Well, I mean, overall, I'm just I'm fitter than I ever was. I also lost about 10 pounds throughout this journey, despite the fact that I'm eating. I eat differently. I definitely gave up happy hour, especially lead up to Augusta. But I think overall, I think it has something to do with mental and physical health. That's probably the biggest transformation. Mentally, I feel really strong in life, and physically, of course, I'm much stronger now as well. So it has overall a big impact on life in general.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? That's why I love the sport, because people think, oh, triathlon is just swim, bike, run, but it's so much more. It's just so much more. It impacts you in ways that you never would believe, right? And you don't have to go long to have those, those transitions and those transformations. You can have it in a short course, triathlon program as well. But I appreciate you so much. Is there anything else you want to share with whoever's watching or will watch in the future?
Well, I was just thinking, what would I tell somebody that is sort of on the fence, maybe, right? Well, I have my, safety bracelet here with my name and whatnot. And on the bottom there, it says Carpe Diem, just, do it. Just do it. I mean, it may feel a little daunting, the swim, bike, run and all of that in one time. Right. But you're not starting with an Ironman, right?
No. Ideally, no.
Ideally, no. There is build up, and you're being guided by all the coaches. So there is a process, and trust that process. That's what I did at the end. We didn't go long a few months ago. Long only happened in the last 2 months, really.
Yes, exactly. We got to build that foundation. So awesome. I'm so proud of you. Well, congratulations on all your success. And I can't wait to see what's next, Urs.
We'll see.
We'll get through the marathon and then we'll talk a little bit. Also, you guys, Ultimate Tri Camp, the registration to the public is opening. And I'm happy to say we're almost half full already with the full circle athletes that are going. So check that out. If you have any questions about that, you'll be hearing and seeing more information. But Urs, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on all your success. And the sky is the limit for you, right?
Thank you. And shout out to all the tribe members. Really, thank you very much for the support.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know, we were in the group chat, so they all love you. So I hope to see you soon, though. I hope to get to see you soon.
Yeah, we need to train together.
Yes, definitely. All right, Urs, take care.
Bye.
Bye.